Thank you so much for inviting me to such a prestigious discussions. Thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor and the distinguished speakers and present here, our Pakistani brothers and sisters. Actually, it's my great honor and privilege also. I'm happy to be here. This is my first interaction in the capitals, any university. Before I had interactions in Lahore and also Multan and Peshawar. I visited some universities. I love to visit universities because we know everybody that education is the backbone of nations. The education of a country which is more strong, they lead the world. Uh, so present day, in the past, we had glorious ancient civilizations in the part of Pakistan, in the part of Bangladesh, even in the part of India. But nowadays, we are not at the leading situation in the global stage. We are lagging behind. So our forefathers were able to compete, and their civilizations was at par, or in some cases in the leading situations. So we need to revive that glory for the future of our next generations. And the way is to work together and cooperate each others without hating any parts. By this time, I have visited Lahore, Multan, Peshawar, and I find that in the past there was people-to-people connections from Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and great road we called GT road, Grand Trunk road was there. At that time, they had no such technology to fly in the sky or have very fast transport. But the way that was available, they connected the region. But nowadays, we have super fast connections. We have internets, we have very fast airlines, trains, bullet trains in some parts. But despite having all that, we are divided in such a way that our general people find difficulties to getting visa to visit their relatives and neighbors in the other part, which existed between Bangladesh and Pakistan for 1.5 decades. I was consultant in Dubai. I found very sad things that even mother Pakistani, brother Bangladeshi, children has passport one of the country. They are finding difficulties to visit each other's country. That was very sad things. Alhamdulillah, now the situation is better between our two parts, and peoples I found from the both sides wants to be more closer. The some obstacle is there. There we have no direct flight connections. Yesterday we received approval from Bangladesh. Bangladesh government has approved the applications of Air Jinnah, Fly Jinnah, to operate between these two countries. So, inshallah, it will be happen very soon, and also more airlines will join. It is our expectations, and I found the policymakers from both sides looking forward to connect peoples for the interest of trade, business, investment, cooperation in the field of education, science and technology, health and tourism. The nowadays is the age of privatizations. Now people loves to be more engaged in the private sectors. If we allow the people to move, they can find their destinations themselves. Even during my visit to Peshawar, I find that about 15 Bangladeshi had their kidney transplant from a medical hospitals located in Peshawar. I found myself even too difficult to visit Peshawar because of security or other reasons. But you see, the private people, so they find out the suitable hospital, they get their treatment from that place. Even Peshawar have a direct flight connection with Bangladesh. But the patients find it better in terms of cost and comfort and better treatments. So if the leaders, policy makers facilitate their peoples to choose freely, they can go anywhere where they find it's suitable. So our duty is to facilitate our people so that they can freely choose their trade, business, explore the opportunities. So now best time is prevailing between the two parts of Bangladesh and Pakistan. And I am confident that people from Bangladesh and also Pakistan will avail this opportunity for mutual interest and for better future of their next generations. We should not do mistake again and again. The world is very competitive and very challenging. Now this is the age of globalizations. Every second, every minute, every hour is very valuable. So we should engage with the due importance that I share always with our Pakistani brothers, sisters, and even with our part in Bangladesh. Here, the colleagues has mentioned, our friends has mentioned about the ESaR cooperations. Actually, it's very sad that our forefathers who established ESaR, they had a strong dream. There's our vision, brothers, sisters, living at par with the other part, like European Union or ASEAN. Here, the colleagues has mentioned, our friends has mentioned about the ESaR cooperations. They are doing very good. I sometimes mention that some area of the part of the world, our peoples from the South Asia do not like to recognize them enough civilized for various reasons. That they are not educated, they are not well behaved, or many things. But I found even in those areas, they have did the right things for their state interest. Even if you go to GCC countries, you will find that the members or citizens of the GCC countries does not need visa to visit each others. If you go to the GCC, it would be very difficult for you to find several Nobel laureates in the field of science and technology or others. But if we look at the South Asia, in the past we had many Nobel laureates, and even our present caretakers, interim government's head is also Nobel laureates. So it proves that we are brilliant, we have high talent, but despite having this, we are failing to do the right things. Even if we look at the African regions, there are some sub-regional organizations. Africa is a big continent, many countries there. African Union, collectively, they have no such a big achievements like European Union. But they have some sub-regional organizations. They are doing wonderful. If you look at those sub-regional organizations, you would find that even the member states or citizens of those countries don't need visa to visit each other. But I know it may be our bad luck. In our generation, we are facing problems like Himalayan mountain. There's we need visa, we need many restrictions to visit each other. That happened due to problems at our political issues, political leaders. But I hope that the young generation They are showing hope for us. In Bangladesh, the young force made revolutions in last July, August. They did the things which was even beyond our imagination. But they have shown that for their futures and for the future of their next generations, they are ready to sacrifice. And many years sacrificed, and now they have made the country free from fascism, and they have made the press, ensured the freedom of press, freedom of expressions, with the hope of better life. So, sir, now comes to the trade business issues. Bangladesh and Pakistan, members of D8, and under that's already an preferential trade arrangement already has come into force. So under that, so both countries can avail opportunities for more trade and business. Also under SARC, SAPTA, various instruments, cooperations were discussed in the past, but not made fruitful. But under D8, we can avail opportunities. So at the level of experts, the both countries to look into this, that what opportunities is there and how much can be availed. So I think there's a D8 can make our business easier among the countries. And Mr. Syed Belal, you have mentioned correctly there's change taking very fast in the world. So we need to make us prepared to cope with the change that is taking place. Otherwise, we'll be left behind. In part of the Bangladesh, our peoples are very modern in terms of their lifestyles, in terms of their food styles, and also in the field of knowledge and technology. But for various reasons, we could not also achieve our goals up to the mark. But our expectations that by next 2 decades, our country should be at the club of the development groups. And in this view, we need a huge trade and business and investment. To achieve this goal, our leaders and bureaucrats are working together to facilitate the peoples to achieve that. And as the country has 180 million populations, so we have no dreams for luxurious anything. We are always ready to do something which will be beneficial for the common people. So country is moving ahead on that line. So the infrastructures in the country is progressing, but still we need more. Especially in Pakistan, we find there is very good infrastructure which is facilitating the motorways. But in Bangladesh, still we don't have. But we have highways, but not up to the mark as per with the motorways. We are also working on that, and we need more international airports with more facilities, and government also looking that. And in the terms of the shipping, we are underway of implementations of deep sea port. We call the place is Matarbari. It is under constructions, and I hope that it will be in operation in full place within few years. That will enhance the more trades of Bangladesh with many countries, because now the major ship cannot anchor at our present ports because of the shallow. But the deep sea port, as soon as it's come into operations, the trade will increase, inshallah, in manifold. Regarding cooperation in the defense sectors, Bangladesh face many challenges during disasters, or the Bangladesh is surrounded by uh, two countries. All the time we don't have good relations with them. Sometimes we have to face odd situations. So our armed forces is always ready to face any challenges. So we have to buy defense equipments, but we have to keep in mind that the equipments uh, have better quality and cheaper prices. Wherever it is available, Bangladesh always avail that opportunity. So Pakistan's armed forces, we can proudly say that's very good, and their industry making the equipments, our forces find its high standards. So Bangladesh military taking regular exchange, regular trainings, and exchange programs taking place, and also in terms of which we need for our defensive forces, we are not attacking approach. Bangladesh always in defensive approach. But if our we face threats for our existential issues, our forces is ready to make the challenges. In that view, to make the armed forces enough capable, wherever we find better quality and lower prices uh, equipments, Bangladesh buy it from its friendly and brotherly countries. So there is opportunity for huge interactions with Pakistan. And sir, in the field of education, which is very important, during my service to different countries, I found that in London, when I come to the office, I found many Chinese students every day rushing to the London Imperial College. I was asking someone, why so much Chinese students are here? It dominate the numbers of others nationals. Even during my works at the Bangladesh Embassy in Moscow, I visited Latvia, Lithuania, and other places. I found foreign students dominating their campuses. I was checking that why that is happening. Even the students from Germany, they are studying medicine in Latvia. Even I come to know that students from UK are studying medicine in China. The main reason is the economic issue. The students, if they don't find their place in public universities, and if they are not able to uh, have their subjects and the course to study in their own country, in their affordable cost, they go for other country. So this is a complementary issues. So there are a lot of opportunities. Our huge number of students every year going to the West and many other destinations for higher studies, because we have no enough universities inside the country to provide them the opportunity to go for higher educations. So there are a lot of opportunity, and I found that the universities in Pakistan has high standards. So that can be a very good destination. In my opinion, I only see that there is a issue of image. Our media, which we get more about this country, which I feel very sad. Sometimes we see that attack inside the mosque, uh, attack at the police barrack, attack at the army barracks, or fighting each other's neighborly countries. That gives a very bad image. So Pakistan is a very um, strong country in terms of its capability, the armed forces, the civil forces. So now, which is needed, that's a commitment to the nations to have a better image. And if the image gets better, I think that's a huge number of Bangladeshi students will take their interest to come and study in this country. Um, but security, every parent is a concern because they send their children to other place for better education, better futures. So they do not want to put their children under dangers. But Pakistan has a wonderful education systems. So we think that our children will find these destinations in terms of cost, in terms of cultures, excellent. But only the issue is image that which comes at the social media. Both country has many good issues, but it does not come to the media. But wherever a small incident happens, the international media dominated by various sources, they magnify it for their interest and put bad image on each others. So, inshallah, if we work closely and we give the real pictures to our young generations, they would love to study in each other's country. Another issue is tourism. During my visits in several cities, I found Pakistan has very strong history and archaeological sites, which is a strong attractions for the tourists and regional tourist tourism from the inside the countries is the major strengths in the field of tourism. In Bangladesh, we have no enough international tourists, but our national the tourists from the inside they are booming, and our tourist spots now getting better day by day. So, if a direct flight starts and welcome approach from both sides prevails, that's the exchange of tourism between the two countries will be more stronger. So, welcome at the immigration is very much important for a country's immigrations. When I was in Dubai, one day I met with the Director General Immigrations of Dubai. During my exchange discussions, he told me there's our immigration police is recruited separately, and throughout their career, they remains in that department. They are not transferable. So they are everybody's profile is seriously checked. That's how they are performing. But in our country, also we find difficulties because the police is recruited in general, and some is placed to the immigrations, and after serving few years, they go to other place. So professionalism does not take place properly, and we receive many complaints from foreigners, even from our expatriates. That's their behavior not up to the mark. So same practice, I think, may be existing in our subcontinent, but we need to look into seriously because the professionalism and high standards of the immigration services is very, very essential for promoting the tourism in a certain country. Pakistan has very high and rich profile for the tourism, and already I know there's a larger number of tourists to visit this country, and also more potential existing here. And finally, about the investments, I already know that textile industry of Pakistan is very strong. Pakistan produces huge cottons. So Bangladesh also imports a huge cotton, and Bangladesh needs backward linkages of our ready-made garments. So the cooperation between these two sectors has huge potentials. So now if our shipping connections get more frequency, it is already started, but frequency not so much. While its frequency will increase and also the air connection, air cargo will increase, this opportunity will get better. And finally, I can assure you that during my tenures here, as long as I am here, inshallah, you will find me always for any issues to solve between the two countries, which is possible. And Pakistan is our brotherly countries. I find people during my visits to some places, they were telling that me that's after many, many years, now we are closer and this should prevail in futures. At any situation, it should not be down. So, inshallah, I think that's Almighty Allah has given us a lot of intelligence. So, we hope that with these capabilities, would be able to take forward our relations in right directions. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for it.